Hi, welcome to another junior algebra video. We're up to our fifth video on solving equations. And they keep getting harder. This video, we've got two examples to show you of little tricky type equations that you may come across as your mathematics keeps going. Right, let's get into the first of them. Here's an example. 4 times x plus 10 is equal to 5. So 4 times a number plus 10 more equals 5. Now this is the kind of equation where, for those of you who still struggle to do the formal, proper algebraic step-by-step way we're trying to teach you, you're now going to find things quite tough, because when I ask you to guess and check this, there are going to be quite a few students who find this quite difficult. Right, line down the middle of the equals. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. All right, what are we going to do first? See this plus 10? I think we're going to get rid of it by subtracting 10 on the left. But if I subtract 10 on the left, I must subtract 10 on the right. Now, if I look at my right-hand side, 5 subtract 10 gives me negative 5. If I have 5 and I minus 10, I'm down into the negatives at negative 5. Back on the left-hand side, that plus 10 and that minus 10 add to 0, so they cancel and disappear, and I'm left with just 4x. So my first step of working, and I've got to 4x is equal to negative 5. Now my second step is to divide both sides by 4 to get rid of the coefficient of 4 out the front of the x. I'm left with negative 5 quarters on the right, and the 4's cancel out on the left, leaving me just x. So x is equal to the number negative 5 quarters. Well, that's my answer. It happens to be a decimal, a fraction, a negative number. It's not an easy number. Therefore, if you were attempting to guess and check, you probably would have struggled, because it's not an easy number to guess and check with. Now, when you write down an answer like this, I'm happy for you to write down negative 5 over 4. That's a perfectly good answer. Some of you have identified it as an improper fraction, top heavy, and therefore you may prefer to write it as negative 1 whole and 1 quarter. And some of you may grab your calculator and go 5 divide 4, and it would spit out the decimal negative 1.25. Those are all perfectly fine answers to solve this problem. Once again, a very quick check to go back and say, look, we think the number is negative 1.25. So go back and go 4 times negative 1.25 plus 10, and your calculator should spit out the answer 5, which proves it is the correct answer. All right, here's example 2. We've got 2 bracket x minus 4 bracket equal to 16. So we've got an equation that involves brackets. Now, this is not the only way to solve this, but this is the way I like to teach it, because it reinforces what we've been pushing in the last couple of videos, a few videos ago, sorry, on expanding. So I'm going to ask you to expand out the brackets. So the first rainbow, 2 times x is 2x. We see the subtract, we write down the subtract, and 2 times 4 is 8. So I've expanded out the brackets, and now I can put that equal to 16. Now I can put my line down the middle, and I can start my process of whatever happens on one side I do on the other. So see that minus 8, I'm going to do the opposite, which is add 8, and I'm going to add 8 on the other side. 16 plus 8 gives me 24 on the right hand side. Coming back to the left hand side, the minus 8 and the plus 8 make 0, so I can cross those off, and I'm left with 2x. So I've got 2 times something is 24. Now I can divide by 2 on both sides, because I want to get rid of the 2 out the front of the x. And 24 divided by 2 gives me 12, and the 2's cancel, leaving me x is equal to 12. I've solved it and got x equal to the number 12. Well, once again, like I always like to do, go back and check it. So go 2 times bracket 12 minus 4 bracket, and that gives me 16. I'm confident I know I've got the right answer for x. Right, thanks very much for watching.